Scotty here, bringing you another video. I would say this is a Master Duel video, but it's not really. It's more of an update video as to where the heck I've been and where I'm going, as poetic as that sounds. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I've taken about a 2-month break from YouTube. The last video I uploaded was, pretty much the beginning of December. And also I took a break from Master Duel in general. But before I get into that, really quickly, I want to just note what's on screen in the background. This is my first time ever playing Tier Elements. And this is with the Master Duel ban list, current Master Duel ban list. About a week ago, when the ban list dropped, that banned Toad, Union Carrier, so on and so forth, my team and I were like, we need to start testing Tier because it's probably going to be coming out. And this is the result of that. This is literally the first game myself and my teammate ever played with Tier. So it's probably really bad. I apologize if you know what you're doing with Tier, and we clearly don't. But we'll get better. Don't worry. You probably weren't worrying about that, but we will. So don't worry. But anyways, moving on into why I took a break. So it all started back in November. These games are kind of flying by, so maybe I should slow this down a little bit. I'll slow this down just a little bit. So it all started back in November. I got pretty sick at the end of November around Thanksgiving time. Some of you might remember that from the drop in quality of my videos. I said it in some of my videos that I was sick. Yeah, I was pretty sick. I don't exactly know what I had, but I was coughing a lot, really not able to record videos, so on and so forth. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on, as it started to get better, it got into finals week. For those of you who don't know, I am a graduate student. I'm working on my master's degree, and finals was just a very busy time for me, so I wasn't able to play or record as much as I would have liked to. Then I went home for the holidays and almost immediately got sick again. I got COVID pretty much like a week and a half into December, which was really unfortunate because then I couldn't really record again. My voice was terrible. I was coughing a lot, so on and so forth. The last video I uploaded, like I said, was about 2 months ago, and that was a tier list for the upcoming Duelist Cup. And the Duelist Cup is the final thing that I want to talk about. The reason I mention that is because the Duelist Cup is kind of the final nail in the coffin for me taking a break. It was awful. It was awful, awful, awful. And I'm sure a lot of you experienced this. I know I'm not the only one that's talked about this, but the format for Duelist Cup, not only the actual format that they established, like the best of one, play as much as you can until your freaking eyes fall out of your head, that format's terrible, but also the metagame was just god-awful. Runic was everywhere, Flunderies was everywhere, Adamancipator was everywhere. It was so toxic beyond belief. And nobody had fun. At least, nobody that I know had fun. I'm sure there's some people out there that had fun, but I really don't want to be friends with you if you had fun with that. I'm just kidding. We can be friends. But it was terrible, at least in my opinion. And after that, I was like, I need a break from this game. I've been playing Master Duel religiously for 5 months. I've been uploading consistently for 2 or 3 at this point. And I just need a break. I can't keep bashing my head against this wall and Konami not doing anything to fix any of the problems that exist. They're just making things worse. That's what it felt like. So I was like, I need a break. I'll take a break from the game. That's what I did. I took about 3 weeks to a month off from actually playing. And that kind of just compounded with the fact that I was sick and all this stuff. This is why I wasn't recording. Fast forward a few weeks to the beginning of January is when I come back to Master Duel. I come back to Master Duel after I get settled in for my new semester. School is really busy, of course. I'm also teaching now. So, again, for those of you who don't know, I'm a master's student, but I'm also a GTA, GRA, whatever you want to call it, a graduate teaching assistant. So I'm teaching undergrads while I'm going to school to get my master's, and it just takes a lot of time. It's my job. I'm teaching and I'm going to school full time. So I'm very busy, and when it comes to hobbies, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just wasn't the top priority for hobbies. It's pretty much, it's a secondary hobby. It's like my second hobby that I go to. And YouTube was farther down the list than that. So when I finally was able to get time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, I just was playing without recording. I was competing in our Team Wars. I started competing in our Team Wars again. which we ended up getting top 8 in Team Wars, which I was really proud about. And I also posted the highest win rate on the team. I didn't play that many matches. I played 6 matches throughout the course of the season, and I went 5-1, which is pretty good. I've also been playing in some tournaments. I got top 8 a few weeks ago in DK's tournament. I got first last week in DK's tournament, so pretty cool. I'm going to be playing today. Sadly, I wasn't able to play in the first MCS yesterday, hosted by MBT, Dual Logs, all those guys. I wasn't able to play. For whatever reason, I got to the signups literally 5 minutes after they opened, but it was already full. It was absolutely insane. But I know I'm not the only one who missed out on playing, which is really unfortunate. But hopefully I can get in next week. So all these things. I've been playing the game again. I've been playing the game more. Get back, learning the meta again, learning the new decks, so on and so forth. And I think I'm finally at a place where I can sit down and start making content again. I think I've established enough time to be able to make content again, where it's not going to be lacking, and also be able to make the content that I want to make. So this is how I move into talking about what is the future of this channel. First and foremost, I want to say there's no, guarantees that I'm going to be able to upload, 3 times a week like I used to be able to. I am more busy right now than I've ever been, but I'm going to try to at least upload once a week. And what I want to focus on is unique content. So I want to continue to do the meta reports that I've been doing in the past, talking about what's winning in tournaments, what's, winning in DK tournaments, what's winning in the Challenger Cups, maybe, even though that's, EU and I'm NA, and I kind of have a grudge against them for not letting NA players in. I don't understand why Konami's not hosting competitive stuff for NA. It's really frustrating as a competitive player. That's another reason why I took a break from the game, because I was like, why is EU getting all these tournaments hosted by Konami and we're not? And I don't want to break the rules, and I don't want to play in those tournaments. So, because it's more important for me to not get banned, right, than it is for me to play in a tournament every now and then. But anyways, that's rambling about different problems. I'm going to be covering this kind of stuff. I want to continue to cover the different tournaments, the different competitive events, the competitive meta. I want to make tier list videos. I want to make update videos. I want to talk about what the future of the game looks like, what's going on currently, so on and so forth. Maybe upload some deck lists every once in a while. I don't love uploading deck list videos, deck profiles, because Master Duel is pretty much a solved game the second we get stuff, because OCG's had it, TCG's had it, now we have it, right? So pretty much everyone knows what's good and what's not. So I don't really see too much of a point in uploading deck profiles all the time, because it's stuff we've already seen and stuff people already have established, and I don't want to just waste everyone's time by regurgitating stuff, right? But every once in a while, still definitely down to upload some deck profiles, especially if you request something. So yeah, that's pretty much what the future of this channel looks like. I want to focus on the content that's I've enjoyed making, the content that's done well for the channel, the content that you guys seem to enjoy, but potentially also expand in the future. So the last thing I'll say before I wrap up is I want to ask you guys your all's opinion. What do you want to see from me that you haven't already? If it's anything specific, let me know in the comment section below. Or, honestly, if it's, just stuff that I've done in the past, like budget tier list, tier list, meta reports, so on and so forth. If that's the stuff you guys enjoy, let me know, and I'll definitely continue doing that. But yeah, gonna go ahead and pretty much wrap this up here. I don't really know what my next video is gonna be. I would suspect it's gonna be on the new update that happens tonight. So, like I said before, I'm recording this on February 5th, and there's supposed to be an update tonight. So hopefully that's the new pack. And if it is, you guys will probably get a video on that tomorrow. If it's not, I'll probably do something else next week. But anyways, we will see. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Well, we'll go ahead and skip through this game a little bit. I'll just talk about this game, commentate this game really quickly before I go. What am I making here? So I'm using Sharon's effect to go into kit. Kit's effect is going to dump something from the deck or add. So I'm going to add the Rhino. Probably going to kit effect tag out to summon Rhino. Yeah, kit tag out summon Rhino. Rhino's effect is going to trigger. Kit's effect is going to trigger. The reason I did it like that, so for anyone who doesn't know about tier, the reason you want to do it like that, at least I think so, is you want to mill first off of kit, so you want kit to be chain link 2. So if you like mill a tier, you know what not to send off Rhino. But that's pretty common sense. So we're going to send mill Havness and dump Merly off the Rhino. Both those effects are going to trigger. Havness shuffle back self kit and Rhino into Kaleido Heart. Something important to note. Takes a Rhino Heart and 2 Aquas. And a lot of people will probably try to, like, on Master Duel, this is not going to be an issue. But if you're testing this on, like, DB, just make sure you know exactly what these take. Because I know that was a problem with TCG. I don't know why I said oops. I'm sorry, I was reading something. I don't know why I said oops. But anyways, moving on. There's probably a million misplays in this, so I apologize for that. I thought I couldn't use fusions to make him for a second. Oh yeah, I got tripped up because it said this can't be used as fusion material. For a second, I thought it was like you can't use fusion material to make this, but you can. So I'm just bad. Swinging on in with all this crap. In-phase search, and then I'm pretty sure it just skips here. Yep. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Sorry I kind of rambled on there at the end, talking about the gameplay. I just didn't want to leave you guys on a cliffhanger with the very intense game that was in the background, obviously. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Let me know in the comment section below what you want to see from me. Whatever you want to say to me, just let me know. If you're mad at me for not being around, I'm mad at myself for not uploading a video sooner, discussing why I wasn't here. So I do apologize for that. I know I said that earlier, but anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.